Hello, everyone. Looking to dive into the vibrant world of DNF Duel? With its eclectic roster of characters drawn from the Dungeon and Fighter franchise, there's no shortage of fighters to choose from. Whether you're drawn to the agile prowess of S-tier contenders or prefer the nuanced strategies of A-tier characters, each fighter offers a unique blend of abilities and playstyles to master. For newcomers to the game, focusing on S-tier and A-tier fighters can provide a solid foundation for learning the ropes, though don't be deterred from experimenting with lower-tier characters, as they may offer rewarding challenges for those willing to invest the time to harness their full potential. In DNF Duel, the thrill of PvP combat awaits as you unleash devastating combos and special moves to dominate your opponents. Whether you're seeking the competitive edge of ranked mode or the immersive narrative experience of story mode, there's something for every player to enjoy. So select your champion, hone your skills, and prepare to unleash your inner fighter in the fast-paced world of DNF Duel. I'm quickly moving on to the video, and I'm ranking characters in DNF Duel. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of tier list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching. My friends, only 0.1% of viewers subscribe. If you like this type of content, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you in advance for your support. Berserker, a formidable male playable character in DNF Duel, draws inspiration from the Berserker subclass of the Male Slayer in Dungeon Fighter Online. With a ferocious fighting style fueled by bloodlust, Berserker excels as an all-rounder, capable of adapting to various combat scenarios with his powerful and far-reaching attacks. Utilizing moves like Frenzy, which sacrifices his own HP for increased strength, and his ability to drain opponents' HP while awakened, Berserker masterfully manages his health to unleash devastating offensive assaults. Renowned for his exceptional MP special attacks, formidable damage output, and relentless combo potential, Berserker proves to be a challenging adversary, difficult to punish and evade due to his self-inflicted white damage that extends his onslaughts. As a result, I'm adding Berserker to a tier. Crusader stands as a formidable force, drawing inspiration from the Crusader subclass of the Male Priest in Dungeon Fighter Online. Possessing the grace of God, he obliterates obstacles with divine might, employing moves that thwart opponents' retreats and enhance his own prowess. Boasting unrivaled HP, range, and damage, the Crusader dominates adversaries head-on, earning him the top spot in the character tier list. Despite his sluggishness and vulnerability due to his size, his awakening effect fortifies his defensive capabilities, solidifying his status as a powerhouse who deals devastating blows with ease, making him a force to be reckoned with on the battlefield. As a result, I'm adding Crusader to B tier. Dragon Knight in DNF Duel is a formidable force, fighting in tandem with her draconic partner Astra. Mastering a blend of aerial maneuvers and devastating attacks, she applies relentless pressure on her opponents, capitalizing on Astra's immobilizing strikes to create openings for her own onslaught. Enhanced MP recovery during her awakened state enables sustained barrages, making her a relentless offensive threat. While her base damage may seem modest, her ability to bypass defenses with long-reaching specials and mix-ups keeps adversaries on their toes, particularly in close-range engagements. With exceptional speed for approach and superb neutral control, the Dragon Knight dominates the battlefield, albeit with a vulnerability to MP depletion under prolonged engagements. As a result, I'm adding Dragon Knight to S tier. Enchantress emerges as a formidable contender, drawing inspiration from the mystical arts of the Enchantress subclass within Dungeon Fighter Online. Hailing from the eerie depths of the Forest of the Dolls, she wields the uncanny power to manipulate cursed dolls to her advantage. With a repertoire of potent ranged assaults and cunning MP stealing techniques, she weaves a web of relentless harassment upon her adversaries, all while orchestrating strategic strikes with her loyal companion Mad. While her dodge boasts reduced recovery, rendering her momentarily impervious to incoming blows, her frail constitution leaves her vulnerable to sustained onslaughts. Despite her limited durability and modest damage output, the Enchantress remains a force to be reckoned with, boasting unparalleled mix-up potential and an arsenal of devastating ranged assaults that ensure her adversaries never rest easy in battle. As a result, I'm adding Enchantress to C tier. Ghostblade emerges as a formidable force, drawing from the legacy of the Male Slayer's Ghostblade subclass in Dungeon Fighter Online. Fused with the Spectral Warrior Ghost, this swordsman wields precise poking techniques and lightning-fast speed, unleashing relentless assaults that can devastate opponents. With heightened attack prowess upon awakening, Ghostblade commands the battlefield with an array of long-reaching strikes and teleportation abilities, making him a threat from any corner of the screen. While boasting a formidable neutral game and punishing tools for whiffed attacks, Ghostblade's reliance on mana and low defensive capabilities add a strategic layer to mastering this high-damage, close-range combatant. As a result, I'm adding Ghostblade to B tier. Grappler emerges as a formidable force on the battlefield, embodying sheer close-range dominance with his devastating grabs and relentless assaults. Drawing inspiration from the Grappler subclass of the male fighter in Dungeon Fighter Online, he boasts an impressive 1050 GP, ensuring prolonged bouts of punishment for adversaries. Despite his sluggish movement and limited attack range, his arsenal brims with high-damage command throws and efficient mix-up potential, cementing his status as a close-quarters combat specialist. However, his reliance on armored techniques for approach leaves him vulnerable to low-hitting strikes, necessitating strategic adaptation in the heat of battle. As a result, I'm adding Grappler to C tier. Hitman emerges as a formidable force, drawing inspiration from the renowned Hitman subclass of the agent in Dungeon Fighter Online. With the grace of an Odachi and the precision of a submachine gun, he orchestrates devastating multi-hit assaults, systematically dismantling adversaries with his signature MP skill, Shattering Strike, unlocked upon awakening. Positioned as a leading figure within the company, his prowess shines brightest in the mid-range, where his versatile moveset seamlessly chains into punishing combos. Boasting an array of strengths including a potent reversal attack, substantial damage output, and resilient HP, the Hitman garners a well-deserved placement in the upper echelons of S-tier characters. While his proficiency spans various facets of combat, his vulnerability to long-range assaults and susceptibility to zoning tactics underscore strategic limitations, counterbalanced by his impeccable neutral game and elusive mix-up potential, ensuring his status as a force to be reckoned with in the arena. As a result, I'm adding Hitman to S tier. Inquisitor emerges as a formidable force, drawing upon the lineage of the female priest subclass from Dungeon Fighter Online. With a relentless arsenal of holy flames, she metes out punishment to her adversaries, utilizing immobilizing MP skills to ensnare her foes before incinerating them with fervor. In awakened state, her MP recovery becomes seamless, ensuring an uninterrupted onslaught. Possessing remarkable mobility and an extensive range on her attacks, she inflicts additional damage upon those afflicted with Phaegus' essence, further amplifying her prowess in combat. Yet, despite her offensive might, the Inquisitor balances her aggressive tactics with astute defensive maneuvers, boasting extended block strings and potent reversals. However, her daring offensive strategies may prove risky against patient adversaries, compounded by her lower HP, making every engagement a calculated gamble in the relentless pursuit of victory. As a result, I'm adding Inquisitor to S+ tier. Kunoichi, a formidable assassin hailing from the Kunoichi subclass of the Thief in Dungeon Fighter Online, emerges as a swift and deadly force in DNF Duel. With the ability to manipulate fire and wield unparalleled agility, she executes her master's enemies with precision. Harnessing chargeable nin-bound MP skills, her strikes leave a trail of devastation, augmented by the explosive potential of Burning Stigma. Upon awakening, her binding nin techniques quicken, enabling a flurry of flashy maneuvers that keep opponents on their toes. Exhibiting remarkable speed and devastating damage potential, Kunoichi dominates the battlefield with her unparalleled mobility, precise spacing, and relentless pressure, making her a force to be reckoned with in every encounter. As a result, I'm adding Kunoichi to S+ tier. Launcher, introduced in the base game of DNF Duel, embodies the essence of a high-tech Empyrean soldier wielding long-range weaponry to devastating effect. Her origins trace back to the mechanic subclass of the female gunner in Dungeon Fighter Online, showcasing a prowess for obliterating foes from afar with precision. A master of zoning tactics, Launcher poses a formidable threat with her ability to keep adversaries at bay, inflicting chip damage and applying relentless pressure through calculated block strings. However, her efficacy diminishes against airborne foes, and her sluggish aerial movement leaves her vulnerable to counterattacks. Despite these limitations, her unparalleled full-screen control and knack for inducing white damage make her a force to be reckoned with in the competitive arena of DNF Duel. As a result, I'm adding Launcher to S tier. Lost Warrior is a formidable yet enigmatic character within DNF Duel, serving as both a playable character and the ultimate challenge as the final boss. This transcendent entity, manipulating the very fabric of time and space, possesses a repertoire of unpredictable attacks that transcend distance through teleportation and can halt opponents' actions by repeatedly landing MP skills. However, despite wielding immense power, Lost Warrior's gameplay is characterized by gimmicks rather than conventional strengths. Lacking potent normals or an impervious reversal, adept adversaries can exploit this weakness to thwart his intentions, especially when familiar with his arsenal. Despite these vulnerabilities, Lost Warrior compensates with staggering damage output, boasting potent long-range capabilities for punishing errors, highlighted by a full-screen tracking projectile. Nevertheless, his effectiveness wanes in mid-range engagements, compounded by his ponderous mobility and dearth of effective pressure tools, rendering him a character of high risk and high reward on the battlefield of DNF Duel. As a result, I'm adding Lost Warrior to D tier. Ranger in DNF Duel emerges as a formidable force, drawing inspiration from the Ranger subclass of the male gunner in Dungeon Fighter Online. As an outlaw narrowly escaping death with his impeccable gunmanship, he employs a strategic blend of ranged tactics and quick shots to gain the upper hand. His arsenal includes debilitating debuffs upon awakening, making him proficient in subduing adversaries. With a focus on mid-range dominance and full-screen zoning capabilities, the Ranger exerts relentless pressure while maintaining exceptional space control and neutral game prowess. However, his potency dwindles at close quarters, lacking solid anti-air options and posing significant risk in proximity combat. As a result, I'm adding Ranger to S+ tier. Striker, a formidable martial artist drawn from the Striker subclass of the female fighter in Dungeon Fighter Online, emerges as a dynamic force within the realm of DNF Duel. Boasting unparalleled rushdown tactics and swift mobility, she excels in close-quarters combat, delivering punishing blows with a diverse array of string attacks and MP skills. While her simplicity makes her an ideal choice for novices to grasp the game's mechanics, mastering her nuanced techniques requires dedication and finesse. Despite her lack of long-range capabilities and some limitations in reach with certain moves, Striker's ability to unleash devastating damage and swiftly close the gap on opponents solidifies her status as a formidable contender on the battlefield. As a result, I'm adding Striker to S+ tier. Swift Master emerges as a formidable force, drawing inspiration from the Mage class in Dungeon Fighter Online. With unparalleled agility and mastery over wind-based attacks, he commands the battlefield with precision timing, disrupting foes' movements effortlessly. From unleashing a barrage of effective missiles to executing combo-expanding maneuvers, his relentless assault seems ceaseless. Whether engaging foes from a distance with long-range strikes or swiftly maneuvering for close-quarters combat, the Swift Master's versatility shines through. However, his penchant for risky pressure is countered by lower HP and damage output compared to his counterparts, requiring finesse and strategic play to emerge victorious. As a result, I'm adding Swift Master to B tier. Troubleshooter, a formidable mercenary hailing from Dungeon Fighter Online's Agent subclass, brings a wealth of tactical prowess to the battlegrounds of DNF Duel. Armed with explosives, a unique square sword, and an arsenal of traps, he excels in both offense and defense. With heightened MP skills upon awakening, he unleashes a flurry of devastating attacks, making him a force to be reckoned with. Whether engaging in long-range assaults or setting up intricate traps for his foes, the Troubleshooter proves to be a versatile combatant, capable of adapting his playstyle to exploit his opponent's weaknesses. However, his reliance on mana and susceptibility to guard damage require players to employ strategic resource management and calculated aggression to secure victory. As a result, I'm adding Troubleshooter to C tier. Vanguard, introduced in the base game of DNF Duel, embodies the essence of the Demonic Lancer's Vanguard subclass from Dungeon Fighter Online. Enthralled by the power of the Demonic Lance, this Imperial soldier possesses unparalleled range, capable of relentlessly striking down foes with moves that excel in space control. Although lacking in projectile attacks, Vanguard compensates with his ability to pressure opponents, utilizing his lengthy melee weapon to punish mistakes effectively. While his slow and sluggish normals may pose challenges, Vanguard's exceptional whiff-punishing abilities and safe pressure options make him a formidable force on the battlefield, especially when awakened, leading to increased depletion of opponents' guard gauge. Yet, despite his strengths, he lacks a strong reversal option, emphasizing the importance of strategic positioning and calculated aggression in his playstyle. As a result, I'm adding Vanguard to a tier. Spectre emerges as a formidable combatant, drawing inspiration from the Spectre subclass of the female Slayer in Dungeon Fighter Online. Armed with the enigmatic power of Ghost Fastener, she commands the battlefield with finesse, boasting unparalleled reach and exceptional aerial prowess. Spectre's mastery lies in maintaining distance, rendering her adversaries helpless against her relentless onslaught from afar. While her combos lack in raw damage output, she compensates with swift mobility and the ability to seamlessly convert stray hits into devastating sequences, often culminating in a decisive knockdown. However, her reliance on long-ranged attacks leaves her vulnerable to high recovery times, requiring strategic precision to exploit her full potential. With no traditional reversal at her disposal, Spectre relies instead on a calculated parry, further emphasizing her finesse-based combat style. As a result, I'm adding Spectre to a tier. Brawler emerges as a formidable force, drawing inspiration from the male fighter's Brawler subclass in Dungeon Fighter Online. Introduced as the game's second post-launch character in September 2023, the Brawler embodies the essence of a gambling fighter, renowned within the underworld for his aggressive tactics. With a diverse arsenal of concealed weapons and chain attacks, he relentlessly pressures opponents, gradually maneuvering them towards the confines of the battlefield. While boasting remarkable offensive capabilities, including the ability to inflict burns and poison, the Brawler's prowess is balanced by his somewhat slower speed and limited mid-ranged options, requiring strategic finesse from players to fully exploit his devastating potential. As a result, I'm adding Brawler to S+ tier. Battl Mage, a recent addition to DNF Duel's roster, brings a unique flair to the arena. Drawing inspiration from the Battl Mage subclass of the female mage in Dungeon Fighter Online, she embodies the essence of mid-range combat. With an arsenal of potent poking techniques, she effortlessly pressures opponents, maintaining a distance that suits her best. However, her defensive capabilities are notably lacking, requiring players to master resource management to maximize her potential. Despite her weaknesses in defense, her invincible reversal moves offer a lifeline in dire situations, making her a force to be reckoned with in skilled hands. As a result, I'm adding Battl Mage to B tier. Announced on February 14, 2024, and released on March 14, 2024, Monk emerges as the formidable fourth post-launch character in DNF Duel, drawing inspiration from the Monk subclass of the male priest in Dungeon Fighter Online. Diverging from conventional gameplay, Monk epitomizes the second awakening of the original cast, alongside Brawler and Battl Mage. Armed with the divine fury of his holy fists, Monk epitomizes a stylish, close-range combatant, relentless in maintaining pressure on adversaries. albeit susceptible to distancing tactics. While initial strikes may lack the brute force of some counterparts, adept string combinations unveil Monk's potential to dominate battles, offering enthusiasts of DNF Duel a compelling and dynamic gameplay experience. As a result, I'm adding Monk to S tier. The video ends here. In your opinion, which is the best character in DNF Duel? Write in the comments and let's discuss. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.